Most survival gear doesn't fail because it breaks. It fails because it needs batteries, replacements, or perfect conditions. These 15 items last forever because they keep working when everything else stops. This isn't about the coolest gear. It's not about tactical gadgets with 1,000 features. It's about longevity. Gear that survives time, neglect, and hard use. We're talking about tools that are still useful decades from now. If a crisis, a collapse lasts longer than a few days or a few weeks, these are the tools that don't turn into dead weight in your pack. They just keep working. So what makes something forever gear? It's not a brand, it's a philosophy, and it comes down to 3 simple traits. First, no batteries. It has to generate its own power or need none at all. Second, simple materials. Think steel, wood, wool, things that bend before they break and can be understood just by looking at them. And third, it has to be repairable with basic tools. If you can't fix it with a file, a needle, or a piece of rope, it's not forever gear. Let's start with the most fundamental category, cutting and hand tools. First on the list, a full tang fixed blade knife. Full tang means it's one solid piece of steel from the tip of the blade to the end of the handle. There are no moving parts to break, no folding mechanism to fail. You can sharpen it on a rock if you have to, and it will be ready to work. It's the single most versatile tool you can own. Second, a carbon steel axe or hatchet. The geometry is brutally simple, a sharpened wedge of steel on a stick, but that simplicity is its strength. A carbon steel head holds an edge well and is easy to sharpen. And if the wooden handle breaks, you can carve a new one. It doesn't care if it's wet, cold, or covered in mud. It just chops. And number 3, a manual can opener, an all-metal one. This might sound ridiculously basic, but it's the key to unlocking millions of calories of preserved food that will outlast any power grid. It requires zero maintenance, has no complex parts, and will never need an update. If it cuts, chops, or opens, simplicity wins. Next, let's talk about fire and heat. Number 4 is a ferrocerium rod. A ferrocerium rod isn't a lighter. It doesn't run out of fuel. You scrape it with a sharp edge and it throws a shower of sparks at 3,000 degrees Celsius. A single rod is good for thousands of strikes. And here's the critical part. It works when it's soaking wet. Number 5, a metal fire container. This could be a simple steel tin, a hobo stove, or a collapsible firebox. This isn't about starting the fire, it's about controlling it. A container protects your flame from wind and rain. It focuses the heat where you need it, and it makes your fuel burn far more efficiently. You can cook a meal with a handful of twigs instead of a whole armload of wood. And number 6, a wool blanket. Not fleece, not high-tech synthetics, wool. Why? Because wool insulates even when it's wet. That one property has saved more lives in the cold than any piece of electronic gear ever has. It's flame-resistant, durable, and a good one will last you for decades. Heat tools that don't depend on fuel sources last longest. If you're tired of gear that looks good but dies quietly in a drawer, subscribe to this channel. This isn't about what's new and what sells today. It's about what still works years later, when the marketing has faded and all you have left is the tool itself. Okay, let's move on to water and sanitation. Number 7, a stainless steel water bottle. Specifically, a single wall bottle, not an insulated one. Why? Because you can put it directly in a fire to boil water. It's your container and your purification system in one. It won't degrade like plastic, it won't leach chemicals, and you can use it to cook in a pinch. Number 8 is a gravity water filter with a ceramic or mechanical element. No electronics, no pumping, no batteries. You hang a bag of dirty water, and gravity pulls it through a filter that removes bacteria and protozoa. The filter elements can be cleaned and reused for a very long time, giving you a sustainable source of safe drinking water. Number 9, simple bar soap. Liquid soap can spoil or leak. Bar soap doesn't. It's incredibly stable, and its uses go beyond hygiene. You can use it to clean gear, lubricate tools, and help clean out a wound for first aid. Clean water and clean skin outlast fancy systems. Now for light, signals, and navigation. Number 10 is a hand crank or solar flashlight, one with minimal electronics. This is not your everyday carry light. This is the light you put in your emergency bag and forget about. When all your batteries are dead and gone, a minute of cranking will give you several minutes of light. It's there for when you have nothing else. Number 11, a signal mirror. This is the simplest, most powerful signaling device in existence. It's just a mirror.
It uses the power of the sun to create a flash that can be seen for miles, far beyond shouting distance. It has no power source to fail, no parts to break. It never degrades. And number 12, paper maps and a good compass. This combination is EMP-proof. It doesn't rely on satellites, cell towers, or any power grid. The landscape doesn't need a software update. Learning to use them is a skill, but it's a timeless one. The best navigation tech predates electricity. Finally, shelter and repair. Number 13, a heavy-duty tarp. It's a roof when you need one. It's a ground sheet to keep you dry. It's a funnel to catch rainwater. It's a simple sheet of waterproof material, but its versatility is almost endless. A good tarp is one of the most effective survival tools you can carry, pound for pound. Number 14 is paracord, or any strong natural fiber rope. Rope is what holds your world together. It lashes your shelter poles, repairs a broken strap on your pack, helps you carry firewood, and has 1,000 other uses you won't think of until you need them. And number 15, a needle, thread, and a basic repair kit. This is a force multiplier. It turns broken gear into usable gear. A simple needle and some heavy-duty thread can fix your clothing, your backpack, your tarp, your tent. The ability to repair beats replacing every time. Now let's talk about the biggest lie you hear about this kind of gear. People think forever gear means it's indestructible. It actually means it's forgivable. It's gear that keeps working even when it's been abused, dented, or neglected. A steel pot with a dent in its seat still boils water. A knife with some rust on the blade can be cleaned and sharpened. Forgivable gear keeps performing its core function long after perfect high-tech gear has failed completely. So how do you build a kit like this? When you look at a piece of gear, ask yourself 3 questions. 1, can it work without power? 2, can I fix it myself with simple tools? And 3, has a version of this tool existed for decades or even centuries already? If it survived history, it'll survive collapse. Survival gear that lasts forever isn't flashy. It's boring, heavy, and brutally simple. But when the systems we rely on fail, when the supply chains break and replacements disappear, these are the tools that keep working, quietly, reliably, and for a lifetime.